away with work for a couple of weeks, and this is the little Globo gym that I've got to train in. Not ideal, but it'll do. This morning's workout reminded me of a conversation that's been going on in our community around all or nothing thinking and perfect conditions. So it's a really easy mindset to slip into, that you want to wait until everything's lined up and everything's perfect before you begin something. So you want that 8-week block so you can start the new fitness regime that you've planned, or you need to wait until some social engagements are over before you start improving your diet. And you want to wait until you can do everything perfectly before starting because you think that is the best way, or you feel that's the best way to get results. And this is really common, and we're all guilty of it in some way or another. The trouble is, waiting for perfect conditions, which rarely ever happen, mean that you're not taking any action at all. And looking for perfectionism actually prevents you from reaching your goals. You know, the gym that I've got access to over the next couple of weeks it's not bad, but for the programming that I had sort of put into my schedule for the next couple of months for the goals that I want to achieve, it doesn't really fit those requirements. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to train for these 2 weeks. It just means I need to adapt things. You know, the Special Forces world, ironically, where fitness is one of your core assets, it's one of the worst environments for continuity with your diet and training. You're so busy, the tempo's so high, whether that's on deployments or training exercises or courses, means that you rarely ever have a good block to do the training that you want. And often the kind of places where you're working, you don't have access to either good facilities for diet or training. But you just learn to adapt and make do with what you have, and do what you can and when you can, both with kind of the equipment you've got access to and time. Again, trying to fit things into your schedule, you just need to adapt and make the most of the time that you do have. Now, in reality, unless you are a professional athlete, you're probably never going to have those perfect conditions. So instead, you need to adapt the environment and time that you do have available. Imperfect action is still action, and that's crucial. When you have momentum, no matter how small it is, you're still moving forwards and moving towards your goals. If you're just waiting, then you haven't started, you don't have that momentum, and you're not progressing at all. It's your moving average that counts overall. It's not the highs and lows, it's how you move over time. Some of the fittest people that I know do not have perfect programs by any means, but what they are is consistent. Consistency really is one of the most crucial factors when it comes to how much success you'll see in the pursuit of your goals. So the kind of key takeaway from this is, first of all, to reframe your expectations, to not look for the perfect time, but to always make use of the time that you do have. And second to that is to start small to build that momentum. In the beginning, performance doesn't matter, it's building the behavior pattern that does. The performance element can come later. Life is always going to throw curveballs at you. So the next time that you've planned to do, say, an hour workout, but your day's overrun and you now only have 20 minutes, instead of falling into that all or nothing mindset and not doing anything, just make use of that 20 minutes, adapt what you were going to do and use the 20 minutes, because over time, it's those 20 minutes that will add up to create the results that you want. Honestly, the result of choosing imperfect action over no action is that you will always feel so much better from doing something over nothing.